This is part 2 of WWF SmackDown game review. Make sure you watched part 1. Here we see the entrance to the match I set up here. The Rock, you can see they show the full Titantron, and the character model is standing in front of it. Pretty simplistic, but the character models back then were very good, complete with the people's eyebrow. The Rock comes to the ring. You don't actually see them come to the ring, though, unlike Warzone and Attitude. All we got was walking on an endless ramp. And here's Triple H without the signature water bottle, but he's got a really realistic physique as to what he looks like now. As you can see, the game models were much more true to the real-life counterparts than in the newer SmackDown series we see today, where everyone has the six-pack. Here's some of the gameplays. You can see the arcade style that the game had, the first one. You can see the shadows on the canvas, which everyone was very impressed with back in the day. And, very fast-paced, very arcade-like. Not many moves. Everything was controlled for grappling with the circle, and you hit the directional buttons to choose what you want to do. Only one reversal, which was square, and you have to tap that to reverse the moves. As you can hear, music was playing when you played all your matches as background music instead of commentary. There's also no referee. You hear the referee's counts for the pins and rope breaks, but just you and your superstar and the superstar you're facing alone in the ring. There really wasn't any selling of any of the moves. Superstars got right back up. They really didn't stay down for that long. The crowd, as you can see, is just 2D and like animated GIFs. They're not even really 3D or moving at all. You get a brief camera angle switch when moves are executed, like this one right here, but mostly your camera is fixed right on the side of the commentator. You have two HUDs at the top of the screen that display your wrestler's name, the momentum they're building towards a special, and it may not look like much of a problem in the ring, but let's say you have 6 superstars in there, it kind of takes up a lot of the screen. There's only one special per superstar. A lot of the specials that we consider specials, like right there's the rock bottom, is just a regular move, which can be kind of surprising. Here's a special, the people's elbow. He actually does take off the elbow pad and throw it. Well, it's also worth noting that if you do go for another people's elbow, he goes to remove an imaginary elbow pad that's not there anymore. Here you have the cutscene after the match. It displays the winner. It shows each superstar's signature taunt at the end. Rock gets up on the turnbuckle. You can't really get away with talking about the early SmackDown games without talking about backstage brawling and all the backstage areas you could fight in. This was actually the first wrestling game on the PlayStation 1 we were actually able to go backstage. The other game that was given to us by Acclaim, Attitude, didn't allow you to go backstage. It's also worth noting that there is no blood in this game whatsoever, unlike Acclaim's Attitude, which gave you blood that would form in random places during matches. This one has no blood. As you just saw, Irish whipping your opponent is what allows you to change backstage environments, to go to different backstage places. And head to the parking lot. As we're going to see in a few seconds here, the environment is somewhat interactive, as in you Irish whip your opponent into different pieces of the environment. Sometimes objects will come out for you to use, like just then. I think we got Al Snow's head, and they can use as a weapon to fight people. This was actually pretty cool because it opened up the possibility for environment interaction, which was kind of a new thing back then. And we are fighting in the kitchen. There's a kitchen backstage, I guess. There's also a boiler room, but I didn't go in there because there's not a lot of interactive environment to be had in there. In a few seconds, I'm going to hit Jericho's special. It's not a Walls of Jericho, it's not the Lion Salt, it's this threefold powerbomb. I guess that's what he was using more. This is the end of part 2. Continue on to part 3 of this WWF SmackDown review for Create a Superstar.